Dear all monks, nuns, and all Dharma friends, according to the Buddha teaching about trying to increase the effort of practice, is that the teaching is that always want us to return to our practice because of our habit of laziness or any other habits that are related to this physical body and mind. So that's why it is important to rely on the Buddha teaching, like the triple jewels, or the precepts, the daily practice, so that we can keep get used to the practice. Because usually we practice according to our feelings, our emotions, like our excitement. If we base on that excitement or that feelings, then it's not stable, because sometimes our feelings is bad and sometimes it's not good. So, for example, if we have good feelings, then we practice. And all the time, if we don't have good feelings, then we don't practice. So, if our practice keep depending on the feelings, on the excitement, then it's not a good way to practice or to follow. So that's why it is important to keep learning, keep hearing the Buddha teaching, or keep relying on the triple gems, the Dharma friends. All of that, it is very important so that we can keep maintaining the practice better. Now it is time for questions. Namo Sakyamuni Buddha, the Master, and the whole community. But you just talking about to developing the vow. And that vow, we always try to keep keep going forward on the path of liberation. And it is very hard to keep maintaining that vow because our mind is usually go up and down. It's always fluctuating, and a lot of time we keep changing about our practice. So with this, can you give me more advice? So in order to keep avoiding all of the obstacles due to our habits, and that's why the Buddha gave us a lot of different ways, a lot of skillful means. And as there are like indirect and direct ways that the Buddha give us. Just for example, the direct methods. The Buddha, when after the enlightenment, he gathered every students, every followers to remind about how to maintain, about how to have a good, strong will, strong determination on the path of liberation. And why he's doing that? Because he's aware that our habits is so is a big obstacles for our practice, for our path of liberation. And because of that awareness of because of that bad habits that we all have, like bad karma. So that's why the Buddha tried to come up with all kinds of ways or methods, whether indirect and direct methods. And all of that methods come down to the same principle, is to break through the ego. And it is all of that methods, skillful means, based on the capacity and the level of the individual. But the direct method is very hard to believe, because there's nothing to grab on. There's nothing to hold on. So that's why it is very hard to believe. But the teaching is all about let go of all kinds of attachment. So the practice, the principle of the teaching is always break through the ego. And we all need to aware that our habits is always want to attach to something, especially the knowledge, the mind of discrimination. So if we have less attachment, then our mind is more throughout space. So in order to do this, to restore our mind throughout space and time, then we need to go through the practice. That means we need to give rise to the right doubt, and all of that is the need help from the practice, the need help from the triple jewels, the precepts. So the teaching, the practice is the practice of break through the ego. And we are fortunate to know the right Dharma to practice. And if we don't practice, if we know this is the right Dharma to learn to practice, but if we don't practice, then it is very unfortunate. It is not wise. And it is the skillful means. This skillful means that we are practice is very, very clear. So that's why all of the good advisors, especially the one that are enlightenment, they always keep reminding us about the practice. There's another Dharma friends say have a question or have a question about the practice has no handle to grab on, to hold on. And beside this practice, like practicing all the methods, there are something to hold on. And they see that the mind is calmness. is more relaxing. So with this practice, the practitioner seems very no taste, like the practitioner has no taste of it. So with that thinking, is it because the lack of a belief in the true mind? Or can you give the practitioner more suggestion? And Thầy, Master just say all they just due to the habit of discriminations. We always chase after forms, after this mind of discrimination. And all of that habits are the very basic of ignorance. So we need to believe in the true mind, and in order to clear about what the true mind is, we need to go through the practice. It's not based on sounds and forms, explanation, examples. So to believe in what the true mind is, the mind of non-attachment, the mind of non-duality, we need to go through the practice. Because there's a teaching that belief in the true mind is the nature of non-duality. The nature of non-duality is the belief in the true mind. So, like we always say, that the right doubt is also called the prajna. And because of our habits of discrimination, our habits is always chase after the external conditions, always chase after all kinds of forms. It's like we always have some kind of seeking, some kind of attaining and or fear. So our habits is always cling to something. So based on that, we don't have enough belief in what the true mind is. We are not very clear, or not, or we have the lack of belief in the true mind. And we all know that all kind of sensual desires, we are aware that it's just like is impermanent, is not real, and why we are not liberate from this, and because of our mind of discrimination, our mind is keep clinging to these thoughts like the sensual desires. We always keep clinging to our mind of discrimination. So if we understand like that and we don't practice, then it's so useless. We just understand the philosophy, but without practice, then there's no way we can liberate the habits, the karmas, the attachments. No, if we don't give rise to the Tao or the prajna, then we will keep uh, live with the ignorance, live with the ego. We always keep attending, seeking, and fear. So we need to understand about this clearly. We need to have the eye of wisdom. We need to understand the theory about the theory, the absolute theory. If we have the eye of wisdom and understand the absolute teaching, the theory, then we can establish our determination for the practice better. If we have a strong determination like that, then we will carry out like the six paramita clear. So about the practice, we need to be very honest, to be very clear, so that we can carry out the right teaching through our action, through our thinking. If we can practice, then we can restore our Buddha nature or the like nirvana. If we can practice, then we will gradually decrease, less likely to chase after the forms, after the perceptions, after discrimination. If we are aware of that and practice, then we'll get enlightenment. We'll finally will restore our Buddha nature. Dear Master and the whole community, I have a question. I have a lot of problems, a lot of worries, affliction about my jobs. In life, there's a lot of uh, unfair situation, a lot of obstacles in daily life, affliction in daily life. The way I think like that, you think is very pessimistic. The way I ask like that, you think it is pessimistic? You think is a negative way to think like that? Master say usually in our daily life we usually uh, keep chasing after our ignorance, our mind of discrimination. We aware that life is suffering, that life has a lot of obstacles, a lot of problems, afflictions, and then we going to seek for a way to practice. Thinking like that is right, but if we don't have the right practice, then that is dangerous too. We always have a lot of thinking going on in our mind because of the like and unlike thinking. So basically, if we have the mind to cling on to something and discriminate on that clinging, on that attachment, then that is ignorance. And if we are aware that all of that sufferings will can be resolved if we know the right Dharma to practice. So it is important when we learn the right Dharma and the practice, then we need to have a strong, we need to establish a strong belief so that we can maintain or so that we can have a good maintaining or a good determination on the path of the practice. It is important to know the Buddha's teaching. The Buddha's teaching is simply just let go the ego, let go the attachment, like the clinging to wrong perceptions. So that is just the explanation. In order to in order to realize, to be awakened from that, then we need to absolutely must go through the practice. Yeah, we don't have a clear understanding about what the true mind is, then we always going to then we are always going to distract ourselves through the attending, through the seeking, through the fear. We always distract by object and subject. So if we keep believing or clinging to our mind of discrimination, then that is not the right belief in the true mind. And that kind of discrimination is the worldly Dharma. So if we believe in the worldly Dharma, like if we always chase after subject and subject, then there's no way we can get liberation. Because the worldly Dharma is always based on right and wrong, always cling to subject and object. So our practice, always keep maintaining the doubt, the prajna, and keep practicing, keep maintaining the doubt like that. And through our daily life, we just do whatever conditions or arise or uh, or encounter. So it is important to cultivate the right seed. So if we have the right seed, like the non-attachment, then we will have the right outcome, non-attachment. So this is just the explanation, easy to explain, easy to understand, but it is important to go through the practice in order to actually let go of that habits, of that clinging. Do you understand from what I just said? Yes, I understand a little bit. Thank you, Master. Dear Master and the whole community, I would like you to clarify more about according to the condition, but our mind is not distracted. Our mind is not distracted, but we can accord, accord to the condition. It's just like one of the enlightenment mentioned, simply we need to have the eye of wisdom, the absolute teaching, understand clearly the theory, the absolute theory, the teaching. So our habits, there's nobody can untangle our habits, our karma. Like have the right, like in order to think correctly about the right teaching, then we need to have the right eye of wisdom. We need to have the understand what the Buddha teaching is. So if we can recognize this, then it will help us on the practice. So based on that teaching, the eye have the eye of wisdom, the understand the what the Buddha teaching is, and establish good determination for the practice. Then that is the way to say the belief in the true mind. And in order to actually achieve, realize the teaching, then we need to, then we need must to go through the practice. So the practice is very critical, very important for practitioner. The practice is very important. It's not about understanding through this discriminative mind, the mind of discrimination. So this is just the explanation. Is an examples. So and that is just to remind us that we need to practice. And practice is very simple. It's just to clearly asking the Huatou question to give rise to the doubt. The time is ended. Thank you very much.